Yeah, man. So how'd that girl go? Like you were telling me about it.
Oh, she's great, man. Just
Really?
doing big things.
Doing Valentine's?
Valentine's Day.
I got my Valentine's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, you know what I said to her, though, when I asked her to be my Valentine?
What'd you say?
I said, hey, did you know that the Radio Randy Show is taking off right now? My name is Reyes Torre.
My name is Andy Blaho.
And let's get things started.
First topic we got on tap today is Jerry Sloan resigning after 23 seasons.
He's donezo?
Longest tenured coach in pro sports in the U.S. He's done.
Man, I'm really surprised he's taking off, the All-Star break.
Mid-season, yeah. It's really depressing. Coach John Stockton, leading steal man, leading assist man. Karl Malone, second all-time leading scorer. Arguably the greatest tandem in the NBA.
Good thing I'm not a Jazz fan, right?
Yeah, that's rough, especially since they're playing relatively well with the talent they have. Mehmet Okur went down. Andre Kirilenko's had some difficulties, staying on the court. Darren Williams has even been out. Paul Millsap's holding it down, especially after the loss of Boozer. It's been rough.
Definitely. He leaves. Do they plummet? Do they rise? Or do they stay the same?
I think they're going to about stay the same, maybe slip a teeny bit, just because
Couple more
he's
losses.
such a legendary coach. Like, that presence in the locker room, they're going to miss it.
Yeah, that like Stockton and Malone aura is like probably officially gone now, except when you look up in the rafters.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing. All right, next topic we got is who is our second option at U of A here? We got Derek Williams on the basketball team, and our second option is
Momo.
Momo for sure.
Yeah, Momo
100%.
for sure.
Not Kevin Parham, not maybe a Jesse Perry scrappy man inside. It's
Parham is right there, but I just like because Momo controls the offense.
I agree. I like that.
Penetrates, dishes it out. He sets up the perimeter open.
He's a distributor, and I like the way that he basically fits in, the pieces that of the puzzle that aren't filled in by, the other players. He fills it up in ways that, other players don't necessarily see, not as noticeable, basically.
Yeah, Parham's right there, though. Don't sleep on that guy.
I love the way that Parham personally is filling up every single statistic in the stat sheet. It's blocks, rebounds, assists, steals, all of that. But I think because of Momo's a floor leader, like kind of like the way maybe a Nick Wise is or someone else. I like that whole thing. So
yeah, man.
I'm gonna have to go with Momo on that.
Okay, cool. Buehrle, I'm a big Vic fan. Eagles.
I like the Chicago White Sox, and I love Mark Buehrle. He's a lefty like me. He had one of the most amazing plays last year towards the beginning of the season. The flip between the legs to Paul Konerko at first base to get the man out. He threw a perfect game. I have that newspaper. I don't like what he said.
He didn't say a perfect sentence, did he?
No, he didn't. He came out publicly on his Twitter saying that his wife and him would be watching games during the season, hoping that Mike Vick got injured. And that's just not something you say, Mark. What are you doing? You're making me look bad, man.
The guy did time. He did his time. Bankrupt, for years to come. Endorsements gone. Now he's the player of the year. He's trying to get his life back, and you gotta make it rain on him.
People need to get over it. You gotta forgive him, but obviously we're not gonna forget. But you gotta give a guy a second. You gotta kind of just move on. People make mistakes. Stuff happens, and that's just how it is. So.
Yeah, let's move on. This is gonna get me mad, depressed, and I'm gonna say something.
Buehrle, next time, watch what you say on Twitter. All right, next topic, next and final topic. We've got our boys on the verge of breaking the top 10 again, the basketball team. Villanova lost a crusher. They lost to Rutgers the other night on a 4-point play, of all things. That
happens a lot, though.
Oh, right? Yeah, all the time, 4-point plays. Wisconsin lost to Penn State. We had, some teams losing in there, some other teams losing in there. Syracuse lost to Georgetown. They've been slipping. Do we crack the top 10, after a win this week or next? Do we crack the top 10 period?
Well, it all depends on the top 10. They got to lose, and we just got to keep playing.
We win the next 3 or 4 games. Are we top 10?
I believe so.
With 4 losses, are we top 10?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I agree too. Maybe the Pac-10 hasn't been as strong as everyone says it's supposed to be, but you got to give them credit for winning 24, 25 games and only 4 losses.
I mean, it looks like the other Pac-10 teams are kind of starting to fizzle out, and we just seem to be getting hotter. Washington's already losing more games than we thought they would.
Yeah, we've been really balanced in the victories, so.
Yeah, I like how we're doing it.
I guess we'll have to stay tuned, right, and see next Randy's show if that's going to happen.
Yeah, all right. I'm Reyes Delatorre.
And I'm Andy Blaho.
I want to give a shout out to Alex Budish, Mason Alexander Delatorre, and all my homies.
I want to give a shout out to my roommates, my family, the Blahos, and all those great people out there watching our show.
All right.
Thank you very much.